every good soup recipe starts with a shot of whiskey. Cheers. Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna make a super easy recipe. Something that I like to do during the winter is make a shit ton of soups. And this one is super delicious, super easy, stolen from Olive Garden. I'm gonna make Zuppa Toscana. There's lots of recipes out there. I have my own variation, which is one of the funnest things about cooking, is you get to put your own little twist on it. The biggest twist is that the recipes, most of them that you'll find, call for 4 pieces of bacon or 6 pieces of bacon. Although that's cute, I'm gonna use a pound. Let's get started. All right, I'm just gonna thick cut this bacon. It doesn't have to be super fucking organized or nice. I'm just gonna start chopping into it. So I'm just gonna cook up the bacon here, get it nice and close to done. Right before it's done, I'm gonna add in the sausage, chop it and mix it up in there, and then once it's all cooked, I'm gonna set it aside to get the rest of the broth and the soup going. Next step, take another shot of whiskey, and then add your sausage. Oh boy, here we go. Beautiful. Chop this up into the bacon, get all those flavors melded together. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is Italian sausage. And then once the sausage is cooked, bacon's all done, we'll pull the meat out and start sauteing the onions in there, in the grease. Almost done. During the time it was cooking, I should have chopped the onion up, but I decided to drink instead, because that's funner. We'll get the onions going here in a minute. All right, so I'm just gonna scoop this out. I've got a slotted spatula here, so I wanna keep as much of that delicious grease as possible. God bless America, that's why. Fuck yeah. Look at that. I probably don't have to add any more oil to this, but what I'm probably gonna do is still add a tablespoon of olive oil because I want it to be decadent and delicious. All right. Next step, I'm gonna cut up some onion, but first I'm gonna take another shot of whiskey because this recipe is too stupid easy. Cheers. There's something like pleasurable about watching someone cook a nice, clean onion like this, you know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be. I should have another shot. That's a great idea. Best idea I've had all day. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of olive oil and then get this heated up. Looking for sponsors. And then we're just gonna saute off this onion. I mean, I've probably got like 2 tablespoons of grease in there. Probably a little more than your average recipe, but in my opinion, shit's gonna be delicious. Tablespoon is probably like 3 cloves of garlic, except I'm gonna use like 5. Am I on? All right. So next, my favorite step, mincing the garlic. Here we go. Mash. I'm gonna use probably the equivalent of like 6 garlic cloves. That's double the recipe, but you know. Oh shit, it went everywhere. Alright, just gonna run my knife through a couple times. We did the garlic smash, so it's super easy to mince. You're welcome. Done. Alright. I'm gonna add some broth after I add the garlic in. It doesn't take a long time, and just to do a quick saute and then add in my chicken broth. And you can make chicken broth from scratch, but it's a motherfucker. So I prefer not. I use the powder. So it's 1 tablespoon per 2 cups of water. So I'm gonna add probably 8 cups into my soup. I might go 10 cups into my soup, which means I'm gonna need 5 tablespoons of the powder broth. That's all. And what I like to do is, because I know I'm gonna do 10 cups, I'm just gonna add 5, this is hot water by the way, I'm just gonna add 5 tablespoons into the 4 cups of water that I have here. Fuck, how many is that? I think that's 4. That's 5. The whiskey got me. So I'm just gonna mix this up. I don't have to mix it up again. I can just add the rest of the water that I need. Donezo. Roll. Anyways, that smells amazing. There's very few things better in life than rendered fucking pork fat and sauteed onions and garlic, you know what I mean? Add the broth now. Oops. There we go. That was an awkward kind of derf. Once I got this brought to a boil, I'm gonna add in the meat mixture and just let any additional fat kind of render into it. It's pretty nice. Maybe a little more grease, I'm not mad at that. Beautiful. While that's kind of melding together, getting to know each other, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the potatoes and the kale. Shit, like I don't always wash my potatoes, so I don't know if you do, but you can put down in the comments down below whether you wash your potatoes or not. I give them a once or twice over. If they don't look too shitty, I throw them in there. And some people would peel these. I don't. I feel like it's more rustic with the skins on. So I'm just gonna slice these up. Just a few more steps left. I'm gonna pull the kale off of the stem because I don't want stem in my soup. I'm gonna pull half a bunch and then I'm gonna chop it up, throw it in the soup, add some red pepper flakes and some heavy cream, and it is done. So I'll put the exact amount in the description. And what doesn't get cooked into the soup, I'll add some more on just because I like a lot of kale. It ends up being about a half a bunch, in my opinion. Two teaspoons of red pepper flake. If you want to get a little spicy, add a little more, because I'm a freak. The last step is to add the heavy cream, and I'm gonna put about 1.5 cups to my 10 cups. Cream it up, it's the best way to go. What? Shabloips. This is what makes the magic happen, and this is when you start to see what really looks like your Olive Garden Zuppa. Shit. Beautiful. Alright, so I'll let that cook for probably another 5-10 minutes and then we're done. I'll show you the finished product in just a moment. The soup is ready. This took me less than 2 hours. I probably spent less than $20 to feed the whole family, so let's give it a test. Oh, it looks hot. I don't want to burn my face off. That's a good bite. This shit is delicious. You're welcome. Some people will crock pot these all day. And I never made this until I saw a friend make it. And I thought to myself, if he can make it, I can make it better. That's all I got.